Florida heat is no joke.
I mean, I'm used to hot, but you know, you get down to Florida, it's like it coming, it's sick on you.
I was like, oh my God, when I knew I was coming to see you, I was like, okay, it's gonna be, I haven't adjusted to that. It's been a minute, so that was gonna take some time.
Yeah.
But you look good.
Well, I so appreciate you coming. Thank you. It's been quite the road, but it's getting better and easier day by day.
I know it's one of those things that, especially as a wife and a mother, you got kids that are very active.
Yeah.
And then trying to deal with your health is a lot.
And a lot of times I don't stop and rest for me because I feel like they need me. They have stuff going on. I don't want them to miss out because of my sickness. It's not their fault that I have this thing that I have to take care of. And so I go and I go and I go. And then there are days where I sit in the car and it's like, I'm so tired. I don't want to go in the house. I don't want anybody to ask me what's for dinner. Like, I'm just totally tapped out. So when I called you, I was at that point where I just can't do another thing for another person right now. I just need a minute.
It infuriates me because I can kind of hear it in like your text or whatever, but I'm like, are you good? Yeah, I'm good. You know, and I'm like, if you're not good, then say it. And, you know, you're just an escape away. And it's not like, you know, we're going to kidnap you for a long time. But, you know, I just know sometimes you need... Do the kids understand what's going on?
They do. So they know that I have this thing and that mommy's not like most mommies. She has to take time. She has to do dialysis. She has to go to her doctor's appointments. And they help me with that. But they're also still children. So they have school. They have practice. They have homework. They have activities. And they expect and want to participate just like any other normal child. And I want to make sure that they can participate like any other normal child. And so it just gets hard sometimes. I just want to execute. So, but I'm just glad that I was able to call and just let it all out.
So in 2018, as life was changing for me, I decided to become a full-time entrepreneur. And you know how that is. Sometimes you throw yourself into work. I didn't really have a work-life balance. I own that now. And sometimes your family, your friends, the closest people to you kind of take a back row seat to some things. And so I was in Atlanta at another event and was really busy and was supposed to see her but didn't go see her. And I called her and she didn't answer the phone. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to have time. I'll catch you next time or whatever. A few days later, I get a call from her husband and he's like, you know, Kim is in the hospital. I'm like, hospital? And he was like, yeah, you know, her kidneys have failed her. And I'm like, what? You know? And so I said, can I talk to her? He said, well, not now, you know, but I just want to make you aware. You know, I'm like, do I need to come? Like, what's going on? And he was like, you know, she'll call you, you know, I just want you to be alert. I literally had like a moment, like, oh my God, I cannot believe this, because I felt like for months she needed me and I wasn't there. And so I've consistently and constantly been trying to make up for those times, because when she first found out, I was absent. I wasn't present, and it made me more aware of all family and friends. Like, you know, we all have life going on, especially as you become adults. And of course, I've seen her have babies. She's seen me get married, you know, build these lives, and you kind of get in your own silos. And just watching her has been absolutely amazing.
So what was happening was I was constantly going up and down steps, because of course we got steps. And I get to the top and slowly I would just be so winded. And every time I got to the top, it just got a little worse. And I would have to stop and just take a minute and breathe. And then finally it was like, you need to go see about that. And I did, and my doctor told me there was fluid backing up and that they needed to operate, and let's get this corrected. Like, this is not normal. And so now it's like, okay, I see the difference. But it happened so gradually. I just wasn't really
paying attention to our body. Yeah.
Gotta listen. Gotta listen.
Because of everything else that's going on, you think it's just a part of the process.
It's just a part of the process, you know? And it's hot, and, you know, I'm just thinking, okay, well, as soon as it cools down, or I just need some water. But no, it was some underlying stuff that we had to take care of. So
well, that's good. You look good.
Thank you. I'm trying, because I feel like if I can wake up, get dressed, then that will set the mood.
Okay.
That will set the tone for the day.
Okay.
And then I can kind of go a little bit more and just do a little bit more because I'm feeling good. And, you know, so it helps. It's part of the process.
So are they doing everything now through the veins?
Yes.
Everything is working through the veins?
Yes,
now? Okay.
finally.
Okay.
So, you know, I had to have about 5 surgeries
Right.
to finally get it corrected. And so now it works. And they were able to take the tube out my chest. And so now I can cannulate through my arm. And
What does that mean?
That means I can stick the needles in, one to pull out, and one to put it back in and going through.
You do that yourself?
I have to do it myself, or I have to have a partner.
Okay.
And Delton is not. It's not that guy. You know, your brother-in-law.
Right.
He is not about to do it.
Imagine.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I stick myself an idea, but it's like just a thing, you know. Now I'm thinking for you, it's kind of like when I go to the doctor for sickle cell or my whatever.
Yeah.
Like you actually stick a needle in you
A
every day.
16 gauge. Yeah, two of them. So yeah, we got to do it. And you just kind of talk yourself through it, and it's not as bad as you think, because you kind of get used to a process. But
And it goes in the same place, or you might move it.
I have a long section that I can choose from, so
Okay.
anywhere on this section, and so I pick 2 different sections every day, and I just go in, get it in, take it down, and then it's a run. Let's go.
Hours.
3.5 hours every time. From start to finish is about 4 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah.
How do you do it? So y'all are amazing. Y'all
Yeah.
are amazing pictures. And just and even during the research, you know, when you found out at first that you were having kidney failure, I didn't know what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of people don't know what that means. Like I'm thinking, okay, well, can I give her a kidney? And then I'm like, they're like, well, sickle cell anemia, you might want to save yours because you never know what happened. But I'm just like, and people really don't understand the process. And so when we started the whole campaign, you know, Kidney for Kimberly, people were like, what I'm gonna do if I give her my Kimberly, my
Right,
kidney? Well, what's
right.
that gonna leave me? You know, but just understanding that whole process, I don't think people get it.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. I didn't understand it. Even
Right.
though they were telling me that this is going to happen, I was like, whatever. I'm 30-something years old.
Right.
No, I'm not going to have failing kidneys. That's old people stuff.
Right.
And so I didn't even take the time to research it. So it really truly wasn't until the point I was actually in kidney failure and on dialysis where I stopped to research it.
Right.
But it wasn't until I was on it where I started understanding what it is. And so we all have this level of kidney function. And until you get to about like 30%, your kidneys are still doing quite a bit of work.
Okay.
And so mine got to the point where they weren't cleaning out the toxins as well as they should.
Mm-hmm.
And so the toxins were making me sick.
Okay.
And so dialysis is that process of cleaning out the fluid and pulling off, filtering your protein. And it has to be done daily. It has to be done daily so that you don't get sick.
Okay.
And so the dialysis machine is the substitute for your kidneys. And so it's doing that for me. But in order for it to be effective, it has to be often, it has to be long enough, and you can't speed through the process. Speedy is not better. And so that's why it takes about 4 hours to go through a treatment session just to make sure that it's filtering at a rate that's healthy for me, healthy for my heart, but still accurate and getting enough cleanliness throughout the day. So it's a lot, but we've learned to adjust.
Kudos to Delta. Like how
He's
amazing.
so strong. He's such a good husband, such a good guy, because he essentially has to adjust everything that he has going on in his life too, just to be there for me and be my partner. It's a lot on him, and he takes it like a champ.
Yes, he does. Brian was like, so how much longer we got this? How much longer we got to do this? Even with the shot, you know, it's like overwhelming because, I mean, we're so nurturing and so whatever. So for a man to, you know, every day it's a lot.
And then the other piece of it, he has to watch me in pain.
Right.
He has to watch me suffer, and that's not easy for any husband. And then the fact that
and
I'm
you don't
the
like
one,
that.
I don't.
You don't. I think he feels comfortable with me knowing because he doesn't call everybody and so I'm like, well, what's going on? Do I need to come? He was like, he'll be like, maybe in a day or two. So what he's trying to do is make sure that you're okay and comfortable with me coming. So I know how all the game works, right? And I'm like, okay. So that just means right now she's a little fragile, and if I come, I might, she'll,
as soon as you walk in the door.
Right, so I'm like, okay, she need a minute to get strong, then I'll make my way in. But, just throughout the entire process, I know he has it. So I'll be here like pacing, and Brian and Kathy like, make sure the next available flight, But I have what I am going to do because, I'm playing in Brian's party in Atlanta. So I'm going to come there, but then I want you to bring the kids down for spring break.
Okay. They'll love it.
Yeah.
I know they haven't been. Yeah. It's been a while since they've
I'm telling
some
you
TT time. Don't do that.
Yes,
don't do that.
I am.
Don't do that. They don't need to know.
I'm telling you that. Your mama be here all the time.
I don't know about the they just need to know that, hey, you're here to have fun, love, get some love from TT, enjoy yourself, and it'll be all good. But they're going to love it.
How much longer do you have on that
transplant list? That's what everybody wants to know. And it's
like, I guess you know me. I'm so
right. Let's do this thing.
Like I feel like can we just call somebody and be like, okay, do we have to do it in the U.S.? Like the U.S. the healthcare system in the United States is so jacked up. Like it's all about money. This entire process with the fertility treatments, I'm like, with one thing after another, and I gotta go see this specialist. I'm like, to me, all of y'all are a big gimmick, And in a situation, I have my godparents now have cancer. All of it's like this, and they go to this special clinic, and this clinic literally costs them like $18,000 a month. Who normally has $18,000 a month that they can do something like this, But they have the ability, what their means, in order to do that. But just any other person would be like, okay, well, I guess you're just gonna die, Like the fact that you've been on the list for this many years, I'm like, what is the problem? Is it just because we aren't aware of what's going on, we as normal citizens, or what?
So it really goes back to, number one, you got to watch your health. You got to look for the warning signs.
Right.
All of this stemmed from having children. And you think something that's so natural,
right,
and should be this beautiful experience. Well, I was in distress with both my children, and then with my daughter, I went into this phase of where my blood pressure skyrocketed, and it just wouldn't go back down. And so that was silently affecting my kidneys. And I didn't know to ask those questions.
Right.
And unfortunately, the wait for someone like me is like 9 years because of the rare blood type. Now you get to your family, and yes, your family's going to be a better donor than a stranger, of course, but then they have health factors. They have high blood pressure. They have obesity. They have underlying diabetes and all these other health conditions that would impair their ability to be a viable donor. So then I go back to the whole waiting for a deceased or someone to donate a kidney, and that's where we are. We're just waiting.
Both of us, what we have to learn, and I struggle, and I know my sisters and my girlfriends, y'all argue with me about, because we're so strong, like letting people into that vulnerable side, and it drives me crazy when y'all will call me like doing those things and be like, you good? You okay? I'm like, leave me alone. Like, I'm good. Like, I am going to be like, I don't know if it's that whole, I can't demonstrate weakness. I don't, even with Brian, he doesn't know whether he just want to hold me that night or he like, okay, what were we doing today? And I'm just like, I'm fine. I'm good, and then, but I can tell you, like, that's why it was so important for me to even write the book. Like, your story, like, just, it was one of those things, realizing, like, journaling, like, now I'm an avid for journaling my ideas and journaling my thoughts, because to release it.
Get it out.
Because when you are strong like that, you just act like it doesn't exist. Oh, right. And you start moving, and in those moments, you're thinking, okay, well, this bothered me. Well, this bothered me, and how I handle this bothered me. And so I think, we have to, especially women, we have to just learn to just relax, and it's okay for us to be taken care of.
It is.
It is.
It really is. And to get it out is so important. And that was a large part, because when I first got diagnosed, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is it. This is what I got to do. Okay. And I immediately went back to work. And what happened is I did that for probably 8 or 9 weeks. And then somebody said, how are you doing? And I was like, I'm fine. And she was like, no, how are you doing? That's what happened.
Right. Yeah.
Because we had put on this facade, and everybody sees me and they're like, yes, she's done it. She's Superwoman. She got through it. Oh my God, you're amazing. And on the inside, I just was still not healed.
Right.
I really hadn't accepted the fact that I was in kidney failure, and that my life had changed in a weekend.
Right.
And so just coming to terms with that was a lot. And then after coming to terms with it, then okay, this is my new normal. How do I make all these adjustments to being able to come and go when I want to? And so now that it's been some years and I have learned to do that, I still have to say, okay, I'm tired.
Right.
So today is no. Today is a no for me.
Right.
Kimberly has to sit down.
Right.
Kimberly has to eat. Kimberly has to take a nap. Whatever it is. Because I just can't always keep going like I want to. And the children are fine. Like, we get it, Mommy. You need to rest. You take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to the game. We'll be back. You know, so they get it. And I got to realize that it's okay to say, I need a break.
Right.
And then just take that break.
Right.
I'll be back.
You'll be back. I had that tomorrow. You'll be back.
That's it.
Love you.
Love you more.
All right, let's go eat some barbecue.
Yes.
Non-barbecue husband.
Earica has been a pillar in my life. So about 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with chronic kidney failure. And neither one of us knew what that meant. We just knew that my life was going to change. And Earica, along with my husband and a host of others, have been so strong and so pivotal to helping me navigate this disease. When I get down, when I get just really burnt out, she'll say, hey, pack your bags, come on down, hang out with me, let me spoil you. And that's exactly what she does. And I'm so grateful for our friendship. We're able to laugh and pick each other up and just be there for each other. And so this is one of those weekends where I'm needing some girl love and just need to talk with my bestie and get it off my chest and laugh and cry so I can pull it back together and be the mom and the wife and the employee that I need to be.
I'm just wishing her well. I'm always here. You know, we're going to fight to get what she needs done. You know, and those of you that are interested, if there's anybody out there that's interested and want to know more about how they can become a donor and see if they qualify, the information is going to appear on the screen, and just reach out to me and let me know.
This is like the third person being late. I understand.
Okay, but this is April's first time, but I am upset that she is late because I emphasized that we needed to get to the event.
Business is business.
Right.
She's late and we got somewhere to be, man. I mean, I understand.
She coming.
Whatever.
She
but
coming. It's all right. It's all right.
It's not all right.
EJ, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
It is not all right.
It is all right. It's gonna be all right.
She do it this time, she gonna do it again.
Well, listen, this
Hey,
is
y'all.
the first time. Really?
What?
First of all, you got on Crocs, and I told you wear tennis shoes for safety. Second of all, why are you late?
First of all, I want to wear my Crocs because I want to be comfortable.
But
And
if it's-
secondly, I had a phone call that I need to handle. Now I'm here. What y'all want me to do?
Okay, but safety first. Safety first. I understand.
I can put them in sports mode.
Okay,
No.
before we get ready to go, before we actually get to the event, I'm gonna need you to put on your tennis shoes.
No, I didn't bring none.
I got a pair you can wear.
No, feet too big.
That's
All right,
Okay, they're not gonna see your
so
feet.
Just,
You know what,
just
let's-
tell me what
let's
I need
just
to do.
go. Okay,
I'm
so,
here to help. Come on now.
um,
I ain't got time all day.
So you'll be down here on this end. This window works very, very fast. Here's your little basket with your orders and stuff. Here's the square terminal. We get that set up, turned on. Normally we set this right here so you can turn on the intercom because when it's big events, sometimes it's hard to hear people. And so you stick this out here, turn it on or off.
I know
like
how to
that.
use that, child.
Oh, you done did a food truck before?
That's the intercom. You do that at school.
Good.
Just to
Listen.
set the record straight, we're gonna have to dock you at least 15 minutes because you're like 20 minutes late, so 15 at least.
No, that's not what was told.
Right. So get your EJ is fine. Just handle that down there, and y'all come on, cause my anxiety gets up, and really I just need you to, like, come on, get your hands off your hip, and let's go. So go ahead and turn on the. You know how to do the terminals.
I'm here. I'm here. That's easy.
So put some gloves on.
Why do I need to put on not glasses, Lord?
Babe,
Jesus,
I
need my
got
glasses.
this.
Why
right
I need to put on gloves and I'm right?
EJ, I got this down, but I got this down here.
No,
Let
but
me-
you just told me that all I needed to do was right.
Okay, both of y'all like really sending my anxiety on high. EJ, you do what you need to do down there.
Just calm down.
And you need to listen to me while we're here because again, we have to go and be there to be set up at 11 o'clock for these people to be ready for lunch 11:30, 12.
So why I got to put on these gloves right now?
You don't have to put on them gloves. I'm not sure.
EJ just told me I
What
need
I
to
was,
put
what I was
EJ.
trying to say was you put the gloves on whenever you're handling your food, but you're gonna have to rotate your glove. So normally you put like
EJ, too much information right now. Too much information. She's not gonna be handling food. I want her. I'm gonna be doing the food, and she's gonna be doing the cash register and
Why you
handling the
gotta
people.
raise your voice?
Because it's out of order. Like nobody
That's why they call us
listening.
the fussing chefs.
Like, babe, just go down there. I got this. She don't need all
Listen,
that.
I know how to do because I'm a chef. I'm Chef PFG, so I know what to do and all this cooking
Okay,
and all
baby,
that.
that play stuff you do on
Baby, it
Facebook.
ain't no, you know what?
That play stuff
Wait a
you do
minute.
on Facebook
It ain't-
is different.
it ain't-
Babe,
it ain't
again,
play.
Let me handle
It ain't
April right
play.
now.
Don't talk about my
seriously,
business.
we're wasting time. EJ, you just do what you got to do.
Let y'all do
I mean, I don't understand why y'all ain't got stuff fishing and frying.
Because this is not the event location. We getting set up. We got to set it
No,
up.
you told me that I was coming to the event location.
No, we have to prep and do stuff before. I need to show you how to do this before we actually get to the location.
Somebody wasn't listening.
Babe.
First of all, you wasn't even there when she even asked me, so you shouldn't even be in this conversation. You shouldn't even be in this conversation. Anyway,
No,
I'm talking to
babe,
my
you
sister.
You wasn't. So let me go ahead.
So
and
you
handle
stay
that.
over there and fry your fish.
So what you
Fish
got-
man.
Focus on me. Focus on me. Like literally.
I just don't know why I need the
Focus on me.
gloves. Okay, what am I? Okay. What?
Okay,
this,
so do
this
you
where-
know how to operate the terminal?
It ain't even on.
My Wi-Fi is on.
Okay.
Well, it ain't on over here.
I'm trying to scoop. I got it, babe. I got it. I really do. I do. Like, I do. I have it. So you're going to turn on the terminal from here. It's a lot of extra stuff going on. Like,
You need to calm down.
no.
It's not that
because
serious.
I know how to
It's
set up
not
down
that
here.
serious.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Yes, it like. This is why when we have the young adults to come, I don't have no back talk.
First of all,
Like when family come
you
try to
ain't
help
that
you.
much older than me, so don't act like I'm just
Right.
this young little child.
No, what I was saying is when you have adults coming and working for you, which they are adults, but they just don't give me as much back talk as you giving me. Like we just
not even-
literally trying to get set up. You come in with an attitude. Did something happen before you got here?
Don't worry about that.
EJ,
EJ.
don't pour fire.
on my
Don't pay
nerves.
gasoline
You about
on
to
the
make me
fire.
cuss.
Okay, so let me just handle April. I got him.
You got Crocs on.
You know what? I ain't got time for this.
Really?
I'm out.
Really?
Oh, move out my way.
Really?
I hope y'all have a successful event.
We will, sweetie. This is why you don't have family come on your truck. I had reservations. But
See, I don't have time for this bull and everything like that. I ain't got time for this.
I told you to let me handle it. Jeez.
What happened?
You aggravating the situation. I told you I had it. Like, sometimes just hush.
No, but
Like, hush. Like, what for real? Hush.
coming to help.
Next week on
I just got the letter this week.
You have breast cancer? The word cancer just totally took me out.